It is A Nikki B on the scene, and welcome back to my channel. Alright, so today we're going to talk about how yesterday this random man in Dunkin' Donuts was he was really bothering us, but he was talking to us. We wasn't trying to talk to him. So we walk into Dunkin' Donuts. We're minding our business. My friend orders his culotta. I get my 2 donuts, and they were stale when I took a bite into it, but we ain't gonna talk about that. But anyway, I ordered my 2 donuts and my iced tea, and the man walks out the bathroom. Like, he comes out of the bathroom, his hands is all wet, he's holding his phone, and he's like, "Are you guys a couple?" And we was like, no. Anyway, so then he started going on this ramble talking about him and his, I guess, girlfriend, ex-girlfriend. They don't know what they are, and he was just like how she promised him a present, and he asked about it, and then she got mad because she didn't have the money for it, or whatever the case may be. It was a story that was all over the place. But what he was saying to us wasn't the kicker. The kicker is that he was not practicing social distancing. When I tell you, everywhere I moved, he moved. And it's like, I can talk, mind you, this Dunkin' Donuts is a small Dunkin' Donuts. It is by downtown. It's in downtown, and it's literally not that far from the waterfront. And this is a tiny Dunkin' Donuts. Like, you would have to literally walk down the block, turn your head just to see that it's there, because it's really in the cut. But anyway, it's a small Dunkin' Donuts, so I'm trying to keep my distance because I'm trying to get napkins, I'm trying to get my straw, I'm waiting for my tea to be done, and then he's coming up to me with his phone talking about all his little relationship nonsense, and it's like, back up. Like, luckily I have my mask on, because sometimes I take my mask down to like breathe and get some air, because all right here gets sweaty and I'll be wiping it down. But luckily I had it on, I had on my gloves and everything. But it's like, he did not get the picture. It's like, why all of a sudden these random, stop looking at me, why all of a sudden these randos want to start talking to you? And it's like, don't be trying to talk to me. It's like, you want to talk to me, you can stand right here, and I'll stand right here. And when I tell you, I kept moving around and like trying to keep my distance. My friend was trying to keep his distance, and it's like, this dude just kept talking with us. And what made it even worse, like, after we got our stuff, mind you, he was still talking. We go outside. The man is following us. Like, why are you following us? I keep saying he been started, but he keep talking. Like, he really just kept talking by the time we got to the waterfront. So, and it was just the same thing, because he's like, oh, because, relationship problems, girl, she just got mad because I was being cold to her. He was just talking about the nonsense. That's why I sound like I'm talking crazy, because he was talking crazy. It was just the nonsense. And, and it was just too much. It's like, I don't get it. It's like, I know times is hard right now. I know that it's boring, so you just got no choice but to like, let me see what some strangers might be up to today. But it's like, you gotta be mindful of the people you talk to. And it's like, it's not like back in the day, a couple months ago, that we was all in each other's faces, talking to each other, shaking hands, things like that. Like, right now, it's a different time. You can't do that. So it's like, keep the 6 feet or more away from me. And this ain't the first time somebody came up inside my space and it did not practice social distancing. Now, with this person, she's an older woman, and she lives by herself, and, she goes to the waterfront often and just, enjoys the weather, look at the scenery, because what we see the landscape, what is it called? Is it the landscape? When you see the skyline, there we go. We see the skyline of New York City. And, she does that on her spare time because she has no one to talk to at home because she lives by herself. So anyway, that's what she does. So she saw us black children talking to each other. And mind you, we should have had our mask on from the beginning. But me and my other homeboy, we were talking with our mask off, okay? We was hot. And then she came up to us first of all, sis was checking plants. Sis was checking the plants like she about to pick some crops. It's like, sis, what are you doing? And then she looked at us, and we looked at her, and then she walked up to us, and I was like, it's either she got a problem with something, or she's about to speak the nonsense. Thank God she started speaking the nonsense, because she would have had a problem. I would have had to kick her little old self right back to where she came from. But anyway, so she just started talking to us about how we doing during the pandemic, and talked about her family and things like that. Very sweet older woman, very sweet, but it's like, nah, like, she was like, oh, you have beautiful skin, things like that. It's like, thank you, but she touched my hand. Like, she touched my hand. Like, but anyway, she touched my hand because apparently I reminded her of her granddaughter, who is also of darker complexion. I don't even know how dark she is, but then again, she says, you buy my granddaughter, you know, all brown, whatever. She said something like that. But basically, I looked like somebody from her family, and then she touched my hand. She had gloves on, but it wasn't the gloves that we wear. It was mittens. Like, sis was just like for the winter. But then again, she's an older person. But anyway, she touched my hand, then she's standing very, very close. Like, sis was all up like this in our faces talking to us. And I'm just like, okay, she needs to back this up. And then one of my other friends, they were standing up. Like, they legit was sitting down, then they got up and they stood in the back. So they're in the back listening to the woman and responding from a distance, which I thought was hilarious. But I could not look at them because I know I was gonna laugh. And then the homeboy over here, he was slowly putting his mask on, and I was caught without my mask. Like, I really wanted to fight this woman. And it's just like, I felt, it is weird because, like, you shouldn't feel rude to put on your mask once you, like, you know, get close to a person. But it's like, I don't know. It's like, I just brain fart. But I was legit just sitting there like, dang, I want to put my mask on, but I don't want to be rude. But then again, it's my health, and I don't know this woman. She can have COVID all over her, and I don't even know this and that. But eventually I put my mask on. But it was just like, come on. And mind you, we was having a juicy conversation. Juicy. And then she came. And I'm just like, what's going on? It's like, quarantine really got people being real sociable. And it's like, I get it. We don't want to be on our phones all day. We don't have nowhere to go. It's like, I understand. Like, I don't mind talking to people if they come up to me, because I'm a nice person overall. But that whole thing, like with the man and the older woman, it's like, come on. Like, y'all gotta practice social distancing, because for me, I don't play. Like, I would legit spray hand sanitizer in front of your face. Like, don't play me. And especially, like, I don't like being touched in general. Like, don't touch me. So the fact that she touched my hand is like, and I didn't have no gloves on. So please take my advice. Wear your mask at all times. Wear your gloves at all times. If you're going to take it off, have some hand sanitizer on deck, some wipes, you know, make sure you're not around a lot of people. And even if you're around your friends, try to spread out and still practice social distancing, because you never know. Because people will catch you slipping. And other than that, that concludes this short video. I hope you guys like it. So please like, comment, subscribe, share, do your thing, and I'll do my thing, okay? See you guys next week.